Hello, interwebs. Sunday, September 17th, 2017. Texas played yesterday at USC. Surprised everyone, pretty much. I said they would score 24 points. They did. It's just that USC didn't score 41. They scored 27. Um, Overall, a very good game to watch. Frustrating at times. But at the beginning of the game, defense looked pretty good. Well, the whole game they looked pretty good, but the beginning, everyone was like, "Oh, the defense looks pretty good." Held USC scoreless first quarter. Everyone's like, "Hey, Texas got a shot at this." It's just that the offense couldn't do anything. What else? Connor Williams, the starting tackle, I think, for Texas All-American, he went down, so that sucked. Also, the offense just couldn't get anything rolling. Warren only ran 4 times. I don't know why they didn't run him more. I said that 2 weeks ago when they lost. I think it's just both teams' defensive line were doing really good at anticipating the gaps and stuff, anticipating where they were going to run or what kind of run they were going to do. Like, Texas defense did amazing on stopping the run, forcing them to air out, throw more, force USC to throw more. Like Ronald Jones only had he had 18 rushes, 47 yards. So defense doing really good. They had a fourth down stop twice in the first quarter. One of them was just somewhere on the field, I don't know where. And then the second one, USC was literally at the this. So this is, I can't do this in perspective, but okay. So this is a yard, and USC had to get this much for a touchdown, and Texas held them. So that was big. And then the first play, they tried to throw it deep, and it was intercepted. So that sucked. So Sam Ehlinger, he got the start. I forgot to mention that. His second career start as a true freshman at a sold-out USC Coliseum. So he didn't do bad for a second career start on the road against the top 5 team at their home environment. Let's see what else. Gerard Hurd would come in every once in a while, and he'd run the ball. They wanted to throw with him one time, and then he ended up running, but there was a hold on that call, I think. But so that was big. Them able to do that, but obviously, as I said, USC's rush defense really wasn't letting Texas do anything. Sometime in the first quarter, Ellinger threw it deep to Colin Johnson, who's 6'6", like 225 pounds. He could jump over people. They threw it to him, and the defender was all over him, like grabbing him, like pulling his jersey, pulling him back, and it was really slowing him down. And they were like, "Oh." Everyone thought it was an overthrow by Ehlinger, but like even the people talking on Fox Sports 1, or Fox Sports, not Fox Sports 1, Fox Sports were like, "Yeah, that should have been defensive holding or pass interference." That was big, but Texas can't really get anything rolling. Texas defensive line did really good on like 3rd and 2s, 4th and 2s at stopping USC from getting anything. They were really shutting them down. Let's see here. I'm gonna look up the rushing numbers. I know Ronald Jones was 18 for 47. So rushing attempts 35 for USC, I think. That's Texas. 37 rushing attempts for 71 yards, whereas Texas had 35 for 68. So, not much rushing offense today. So both teams averaging 1.9 yards per rush. That was big because that forced both teams to really use the air more, really get creative or something. Texas had 4 turnovers. USC had 2. Darnold threw 2 interceptions. The last 3 minutes of the first half were a little chaotic. No one scored until 2:40 left when Darnold made a good throw to someone. I don't know his name. He dove, reached out, caught it, touchdown USC. And Texas couldn't get anything on offense, and they had to give it back to USC. And USC had like 25 seconds left in the half, and they're like, we'll go for it. Or, yeah, like they wanted to score a field goal, so I'm going to score. So, like, first or second play of the possession, Darnold throws it. It gets tipped by the USC receiver. Deshaun Elliott intercepts it and runs it back for a touchdown. And everyone's like, well, we're going to halftime at a tie, because USC is probably going to be a little conservative this time and take a knee or something and not take the risk. But Texas defense, like, they did great the whole first half, and then, like, on a Hail Mary, they let the running back sneak out, throws it 15 yards ahead, and he runs in for a touchdown. That was a little frustrating to watch, but, you just can't let those plays happen. So plays like that end up costing the game. So, yeah, that's the first half. So we talked about that. Offense started to roll in the second half for Texas. Rolled down the field and ended up being stopped and being forced to kick a field goal. Field goal kicker Roland finally made a field goal. First field goal of the season. Then there was a 4th and 3 for USC on their first possession. They threw a little short pass, Darnold did, and he got stopped. And even as the receiver fully extended, he was still about a yard short. So big defensive play. Defense are really good at going low and wrapping up for plays on stops and stuff. They were tackling much better than they've ever done in the past few years. So if they can play like that the rest of the season, that's huge. I think that they could make at least a decent bowl game. If their defense can play like that, and the offense just needs to get rolling, but the defense looks really good. They need to play like that the rest of the season. The screens were killing Texas on defense. That's really the only weakness that they had all game. Let's see, Maps something. I don't know his name. Number 17. I'll look it up real quick. Hemphill Maps. He got a punt. He caught it in the end zone. He should have just let it go. It would have been a touchback, but he got tackled at the 2. And so that sucked. But, yeah. Earlier, I forgot to mention this, a couple possessions before, Texas, Michael Dixon, the punter, ran it like 15 yards for a first down, but there was a holding on P.J. Locke, so no first down. Then they just punted it away. But, so yeah, Maps, bad decision there. And then 2 times in the game, there were bad snaps, or not bad snaps, but miscommunication between Shackelford, the center, and Ellinger, the quarterback. One went off. Ellinger was looking at the motion. He was like looking over here, and they snapped it. It hit off his knee, and he kind of like panicked. And USC got the ball, and then the other one, Ellinger just wasn't ready for it, and it just went over his head. And they ended up getting it, and Ellinger was able to throw away. But still, mental mistakes like that, you can't let that happen. So under 6 minutes left, Texas gets the ball back, and it's like, you gotta score. You can't do anything stupid. You can't turn it over, blah, 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 blah. And so there's a 3rd and 5. Ellinger runs it. He's about a yard short. They review it. Same possession. Then Ellinger runs it again, gets the first down. And so with 1:10 left, there was a 4th and 10. And so everyone's like, Texas doesn't get this. It's over, obviously. At the time, it was 14-10. Ellinger throws it to Armani Foreman, who gets the first down, so that was big. And then a couple plays later, throws it to the corner of the end zone. The same corner, not the same corner, but they cornered that Vince Young scored in. Great catch, great throw. Good job mentally by Armani Foreman to stay in the play and not to run off. So, yeah. Then it gets chaotic from here. Defense just had to hold, and then they didn't stop them. And USC went down, kicked a field goal to tie it. USC scored on the first play of overtime. That was very frustrating. But then Texas, they ended up coming back. They had their own drive. They scored. So second overtime, 3rd and 7. Not Bouchel. Ellinger threw it to Chris Warren and got a first down. Then he ran again and got 8 yards. And then they were at the 3, and they tried running Ellinger again and got stripped, which sucked because now USC, if they score, it's over. then USC got a field goal, so that sucks. Yeah, that was frustrating to watch, but very impressive game from Texas defensively. Just being able to make big stops at the time. If they can play like that the whole season, they can win a lot of games like that. But the offense, obviously, they need to run Warren more. Ellinger, I think he's now. I mean, Tom Herman said Bouchel's most likely to start, get first reps, first player, whatever it's called, first team reps. But I think Ellinger really proved himself that he can play starting quarterback at a true freshman. But it will be very interesting to see what happens in the future. Yeah. So obviously turnovers, can't have those turnovers. 2 interceptions, 2 fumbles. That ended up costing the game. And then the secondary looked really good. A couple interceptions on Darnold, a Heisman contender. Good job stopping the run. I mean, they held these 2 running backs who are just 1-2 punch to less than 3 yards of carry for both of them. Ronald Jones, 18 rushes for 47 yards, and then Carr for 9 rushes for 28 yards. So really big, really good job for Texas defensively, but obviously. So tough loss, but, can really improve off of it going into the bye week, build some confidence, and go into conference play.